Hey guys, this is Justin Credible and you're watching Pro Wrestling 101. This week I want to talk about the promotion of wrestling and the presentation of wrestling. Two very different things. But first I want to talk to the promoters on promoting. I've run shows myself, guys, and it's a huge undertaking and a huge responsibility. But I think in this day and age, the Facebook day and age, we're getting really lazy. I mean, you have to do more than post on Facebook and invite all your friends to a show to have it be successful. I mean, nowadays you get 50,000 notifications on your Facebook about all these different wrestling events happening all over the country. And it was great for a minute, but you become desensitized to it. And realistically, you have to go above and beyond. So what I'm trying to get at here is, the internet is a godsend in some ways for promoting, but we have to, I've had so many promoters where that's all they rely on, and the result is 20, 25 people. Look, man, there's the grassroots campaign of wrestling. There was just a wrestling show here in my hometown not too long ago, and it drew fairly well. They have a very good following, and the fans that followed their product knew they were going to be in town, but that was about 150 people. Nobody else in town knew that this event was taking place. Now, in a town of 50,000, if you advertise professional wrestling in corner stores, pizzerias, gas stations, and there, the barter system works. Hey, guys, give you 5 free tickets. Let me hang this big poster up to my event. When you're promoting wrestling, there should be nobody in that town that does not know that you're going to have a show there, especially if you're running once in a while. It's so important. I can't say that enough, because you could have Hulk Hogan, John Cena, at the building, and if nobody knows, nobody's going to come. And one thing that also says to the wrestling fan, when you come to a show and you're one of 25 fans sitting in that arena, you're thinking, God, I'm pretty lame. I'm never going to come to one of these again. It kills it for the fan, and it kills it for the promotion. So, let's get back to basics. I think promoters got to really step up their game, just like the wrestlers have to step up their game. We're at a different transitional period here, where it's like the passing of the guard. A lot of the old stars are going away, and there's a ton of new stars coming up. The wrestling business right now, we're looking for the next big concept. So promoters, usually you guys have, run a school in conjunction with it. Make those young guys go out there, put up those flyers, put up those posters. Look, give tickets away. I'm not saying make it a complete, bathe the whole town with free tickets. But look, guys, I'll give you 5 free tickets if you let me, put a poster up in the window. Because guess what? Those people weren't going to come to your event, and you might turn somebody on to a good time on a Saturday night. Pro wrestling could be huge again. Right now, the indie wrestling scene is the lifeblood of pro wrestling, and we're dying a slow death here. So I really want to urge promoters to get back to grassroots campaign, flyers, posters, shake some hands. This is what wrestling business is about, not just putting a couple of posts up on Facebook. I know it helps. I do it myself trying to promote Pro Wrestling 101, but it's more than that. And every day, my partner and I sit back and we wonder how we could get to the next, group of fans out there. And which brings me to the whole different side of the spectrum, which is the presentation of the business and of the pro wrestling product. Now, fans have this idea of what pro wrestling is. They watch Monday Night Raw, they watch Impact, and, the big fancy stage, the big Titantrons and the screens and all of this. And if you could provide that, that's fine. But what the presentation of it is so much more than that. We got to remember that sports entertainment at one point was professional wrestling sports. And, if you go to any sporting event, you have officials, you have real ring announcers and referees, and the whole thing has to be legitimized. So many times I go out there and I see, a guy doing ring announcing in shorts, no timekeeper's table, referees, without the proper stripes and the uniform. Look, guys, the presentation means everything. the fans are only going to take it as serious as you take it. So everybody at ringside, to me at least, in my opinion, should take their job seriously. I mean, if you're in ringside, you're in play. And if you're in play, you have a role in the presentation of wrestling. I mean, and take it seriously. I mean, everybody plays an intricate part, from the ring announcer to the bell, you know, the timekeeper, the bellman, whatever, even to somebody taking the ring jackets and stuff. It's all important, because believe me, I was a fan very many years ago, too many years ago, and I looked at everything. I saw what the ring announcer was doing. I saw what the timekeepers were doing, and it all meant something. Believe me, fans are watching that stuff. So make it legit. Have it all in conjunction with one another. There's plenty of able bodies out there. There's plenty of guys willing to do the work. And I just urge promoters to really think about how they present the product of pro wrestling. And, you know, and when you do, and you start tightening up these little loose ends, you'll see that, you know, it's a big difference to how the fans will perceive it. And also it'll go back to the promoting. You know, if you're running a school in conjunction with your promotion, get all of your young wrestlers. I would say, you know, if you're not in the business for over a year, you should be out there putting up, you know, flyers and stuff, and putting up posters. I mean, hell, back in the old DPW days here in Waterbury, I was putting up posters myself, and I was 15 years in the business. So you're never, you know, too cool, or, you know, how many years to go out there and hustle and do some grassroots promotion. And remember, all promoters out there, the presentation of this business is everything. If we legitimize it, then the fans will legitimize it. I'm Justin Credible, and that's Pro Wrestling 101.